Life isn't a gentle pat on the back. It's a fist to the face, a kick to the gut, a moment that knocks the wind out of you when you least expect it. In that moment, when you're down, when the world feels like it's crushing you, what separates true warriors from those who crumble? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even strength. It's the raw, unyielding will to get up, time and time again, no matter how many times life slams you to the ground. That's what makes a champion. That's what carves greatness out of ordinary people. If you're ready to stop lying on the ground, to stop lamenting the blows life's dealt you, this is for you. Because the battle isn't over. Not by a long shot. You're in your 20s or 30s, maybe pushing 40. You're hustling, chasing a career, building a business, raising a family, or just trying to figure out who you are. Life's throwing curveballs, a job rejection, a failed relationship, a dream that feels further away every day. You've felt the sting of defeat. You've tasted the bitterness of failure. Maybe you're staring at a bank account screaming, "Not enough," or waking up to another day of grinding with no guarantee it'll pay off. In those moments, it's easy to feel like giving up. It's easy to look at the blood dripping from your nose and think, "This is it, I'm done." But let me tell you, that moment, when everything feels against you, is where true warriors are forged. Falling isn't the problem, staying down is. If you're still on the ground a week, a month, a year after life knocked you down, that's on you. The fall might not have been your fault. Sometimes there's no way to dodge the punch. But getting up, that's 100% in your control. You don't get to choose the circumstances life throws at you, but you do get to choose how you respond. You can lie there, wallowing in self-pity, blaming the world, your boss, your ex, or the economy. Or you can stand up, wipe the dirt off your face and say, "Is that all you've got?" Think about it. The greatest stories, the ones that inspire us, the ones we share with friends, the ones that blow up online aren't about people who had it easy. They're about the underdogs. The single mom who worked 2 jobs and still earned her degree. The entrepreneur who failed 5 times before building a $1 million company. The athlete who tore a ligament, spent a year in rehab, and came back to win gold. These aren't stories of perfection. They're stories of persistence. They're stories of people who got knocked down, felt the pain, and chose to get up anyway. So, what's stopping you? Why are you still on the ground? Maybe it's fear. Fear of failing again. Fear of looking foolish. Fear that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. Or maybe it's doubt, whispering, "Who are you to dream this big? Who are you to think you can make it?" Those voices, they're liars. They're the shadows of every setback you've faced trying to keep you small. But you're not small. You're a warrior. And warriors don't let fear or doubt call the shots. Picture this. It's 6 a.m. and your alarm is screaming. You're exhausted. You stayed up late working on a project, or maybe you were scrolling, comparing your life to everyone else's highlight reel. Your body's begging you to hit snooze, to stay in bed, to skip the gym, the side hustle, the study session. But somewhere deep inside, there's a spark, a reason you started this journey. Maybe it's your kids watching you, learning from you. Maybe it's the dream of financial freedom, of never checking your bank account before buying groceries. Maybe it's just the burning desire to prove to yourself that you can. That reason, that why, is what pulls you out of bed. It's what makes you lace up your shoes and run in the rain. It's what makes you sit at your desk and study when your brain is fried. It's what makes you try one more time. Because here's the secret. Success isn't about never falling. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about showing up when you're tired, when you're broke, when you're scared, when the odds are stacked against you. It's about saying, "I'm not done yet." Every champion, every legend, every person you admire, they've all been where you are. They've faced moments where giving up felt like the only option, but they didn't. They got up. They tried again. That's what made them great. Glory isn't forged in the spotlight. It's not born in stadiums or on stages or in front of cheering crowds. It's forged in the dark, quiet moments when no one's watching. It's forged at 5 a.m. when you're dragging yourself out of bed to train. It's forged in the late nights you spend studying, rewriting, practicing, perfecting. It's forged when you're alone, wrestling with your doubts, and you choose to keep going anyway. Think about the moments in your life when you've been at your lowest. Maybe it was a breakup that left you questioning your worth. Maybe it was a business idea that flopped, leaving you in debt. Maybe it was the moment you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. Those moments, they're not the end. They're the crucible where your character is shaped. Your best moments don't come from your victories. They come from your defeats, because it's in those defeats that you discover who you really are. It's when you're between a rock and a hard place, when you've hit rock bottom, that you find the strength to rise. I know what you're thinking. It's hard. It's so hard. And you're right. It is. No one said it would be easy. Building a career, a family, a legacy, it's grueling. It's exhausting. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But that's why it matters. If it were easy, everyone would do it. If it were easy, it wouldn't be worth it. The struggle is what makes the victory sweet. The pain is what makes the triumph meaningful. The greater the challenge, the stronger you become. Every time you push through, every time you get up, you're building something unbreakable inside you, a resilience that no one can take away. So, what's your reason? What's the fire that burns inside you? Because if you don't have a reason, it's easy to give up. It's easy to let the weight of failure crush you. Your reason is your anchor, your North Star, the thing that pulls you forward when everything else tells you to quit. Maybe it's your family, your parents who sacrificed everything, your kids who look up to you, your partner who believes in you. Maybe it's your community, the people who need you to show them what's possible. Or maybe it's just you, the version of you that's waiting to be unleashed, the version of you that's bigger, bolder, stronger than you've ever been. For some of you, it's about breaking cycles. Maybe you grew up in a family where no one went to college, and you're determined to be the first. Maybe you came from a neighborhood where dreams were laughed at, and you're hell-bent on proving them wrong. Maybe you've watched people around you settle for less, and you refuse to let that be your story. Whatever it is, hold on to it. Write it down. Say it out loud. Let it be the thing that wakes you up when you're tired, that pushes you to keep going when you want to quit. Life doesn't reward the weak. It doesn't reward the complainers, the excuse makers, the people who wait for the stars to align. Life rewards the brave, the ones who show up day after day, even when it's messy, even when it's hard, even when they don't feel like it, the ones who are willing to try one more time. Let's debunk a myth, the idea that success is about waiting for the perfect moment. You know what I'm talking about. I'll start my business when the economy's better. I'll go back to school when I have more time. I'll chase my dream when I'm not so stressed. Newsflash, there's never a perfect moment. The economy's always shaky. Your schedule's always packed. Stress? That's just life's background music. If you're waiting for the stars to align, you'll be waiting forever. Success isn't about perfect timing. It's about showing up now, with whatever you've got, wherever you are. It's about taking the first step, even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if you're scared. That first step might be signing up for a course. It might be reaching out to a mentor. It might be writing the first page of that book you've been dreaming about. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something, because every step you take builds momentum. That first step feels impossible, but the second one's a little easier. The third one's easier still. Before you know it, you're running. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just getting by, you're building something extraordinary. But it all starts with that first, terrifying, imperfect step. You're stronger than you think. I know you don't always feel that way. There are days when you feel like you're drowning, when the weight of your responsibilities, your failures, your fears feels like too much to bear. But you're still here. You're still fighting. That alone is proof of your strength. You've survived every bad day, every rejection, every moment when you thought you couldn't go on. And you didn't just survive. You're here reading this, ready to take on the next challenge. That's not weakness, that's power. Let's talk about failure for a second. Failure isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Boy, every time you fail, you learn something. Maybe you learn what doesn't work. Maybe you learn you're tougher than you thought. Maybe you learn that the dream you're chasing is worth every ounce of pain. Failure doesn't define you. What defines you is what you do next. Do you let it break you? Or do you let it build you? Do you stay on the ground? Or do you get up and try again? Because here's the truth, the only real defeat is giving up. As long as you're still fighting, as long as you're still trying, you're not defeated. You're a warrior, and warriors don't go down easy, they don't stay down. They rise, they fight, they win. So, stand up, soldier. The battle isn't over yet. You've got dreams to chase, goals to crush, a life to build. You've got people watching you, rooting for you, needing you to show them what's possible. And most importantly, you've got yourself. The you that's stronger than you know, braver than you feel, capable of more than you can imagine. Get up, take a deep breath, look life in the eye and say, "I'm not done." Then take that first step. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be yours. Because every step you take is a victory. Every time you get up is a triumph. Every time you try again is a testament to the warrior you are. The world is waiting. Your dreams are waiting. Your future is waiting. So what are you waiting for? Stand up. Fight on. Be the warrior you were born to be.